Star Wars Legend of the Force, Episode 2, Chapter 25, Allied Forces. While Aelan, Koeth, and Lexa Scarlet make their way to Thela, the rest of the party manage to land on the Sith-controlled planet of Ventuine. Despite some trouble at the Starport Cantina, they eventually made contact with two of the anti-Sith rebels. At the rebel base, they learned of plans to assault a rabid Rancor gang outpost in an attempt to gather more information about the Sith. Will the heroes choose to help the Ventuinian freedom fighters and lend their expertise? How will this impact their own mission? In related news, the group has decided never to go inside of a cantina again.
I've never had a problem with a cantina.
Neither
Too
have
dangerous,
I
man.
would have gotten off scot-free if I wasn't involved with the other people.
This time
your
it wasn't
problem?
even really my fault.
It was a fun time.
I only went in there in reaction to the chaos already starting.
The time was had by all.
Who would have guessed that John would just hit the bartender over the head with a bottle? That's chaos.
I guessed it. I knew he was going to do it. Because I would have done it.
Well, at least it's not just me and cantinas. It's any of us and cantinas. If any of us goes into a cantina, one of those involved will find trouble.
Never been related to me, though.
I mean, we did start our entire adventure inside of a cantina. But to be fair, the trouble happened outside of the cantina that time.
Seems like everything
And
starts in the cantina.
some of us were in the cantina at the very beginning.
That's classic.
Yeah, I was gonna point out I wasn't in a cantina. I was in the shop across the street.
I was out in the little garden park, whatever.
Getting that 20 technically dead.
That was awful.
Yeah.
Worst moment in my GMing history. Quick start, Kyrak, go!
Okay,
I'm wondering if it's rather a good thing that I've forgotten what you were referring to.
I need to find the music.
What, technically, Kalani got killed in the first session. Because one of the Sith troopers
I
rolled a nat 20.
I mercifully forgot.
I mean, she could have just spent a fourth point and stayed alive with 1 health. Or unconscious, or however that works. Okay, so you guys are all in the secret base of the rebels, also known as the Rebel Base. That's not on Yavin 4.
Where is the
And
rebel
we don't
base?
know for sure if you guys have been tracked there or not. But it's about like midnight now. On day 17, which is a Sunday. And they're planning on raiding the Rabid Rancor base at 1 a.m. It's like in an hour.
Have my robots gotten back yet?
Yeah, they got back at the end of last session. Like,
That's
just a
good.
little bit ago. So what are you guys doing?
Are we gonna have a mission briefing before, or are we just gonna kind of walk out the door and go do it?
You're assuming there's going to be a mission briefing.
I think we ended with everyone going to bed, so it's for waking up in the next morning.
I want to see if there's any way I can fix any of the robots up before, that happens. What are the rules on fixing up robots?
Yeah, the mechanics roll takes 1 hour per use on a droid.
Well,
Those are some interesting rolls there, Del.
Okay, make a mechanics roll.
I can't.
Oh, that is right. You are not there. I will make a mechanics roll. Here, I'll move your character sheet off to the side so I can get to it more easily.
I am now configuring Windows Update.
Okay, you got a 28.
That is decent.
Which is just enough to patch Bob up to full health. And
Awesome,
you also
I'll work on
notice
the
now the
next one.
spot where the communicator device is missing. Okay, so the rest of... Did you guys all try to get sleep before the raid started?
I did.
Yeah. Or wait, no, I didn't. But I'm full up anyway, so I don't matter. It doesn't matter for me.
Okay, well, Ingrid and River... I mean, Ingrid and Liam come to get you guys at about like 12:15.
Also, I tried to repair the other two smaller bots that were damaged.
Yeah, you don't have enough time to do that.
I thought there were 3 hours left.
No, there's only an hour.
Ah.
Okay, Kyler, I'm just gonna ignore you for now. It doesn't matter. So, everyone goes to meet...
It matters to me. I rolled a nat 20. You hear?
I saw you roll that one, actually.
I rolled a nat 20 first.
Yeah.
I didn't see
Interesting.
that.
And since I
Interesting
only
set of
actually had, I
rolls.
didn't realize we only had an hour, so technically only the first roll happened.
What were you trying to do with that roll?
You know what you can do with it later. Just whatever. Let's go raiding! Woohoo!
Yeah, you don't get any new visions. It's not even a new day. It's midnight. That doesn't count.
That counts.
Okay, so does everyone go with River and Liam to the meeting?
I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I make sure Bob is there.
Yeah, all of the... What about the rest of the droids?
Well, I don't know how big the room is, so I mean, if they would be in the way, I don't have them in the room. Bob can give them commands later anyway.
Yeah, it's not that big of a room. It's like a conference room type thing.
Yeah, that's why the leader is the only one in there.
Why does Dell keep using 2 billion force power? It's...
Because
Those
mine.
spam-
Oh, now I'm rolling like a gazillion really great use of the force checks here.
Yeah, good. Use them up.
That way you can do your mind tricks later, and it does nat 1s or 2s.
Oh no, failure configuring Windows updates, reverting change.
Hey, it's good to have these rules now when we're in the planning session.
True.
More info is better.
This was targeting the 3 people, if they're all there. I'm not sure if they're all there.
Yeah, they're all there.
I'm checking to see if there's anything they're not telling us or feelings if they feel confident about the raid, or if they're trying to lie to us or anything.
Wow, could you be any more vague? To see if there's anything they're not telling you. I can guarantee you there are thousands of infinite things that they are not telling you.
No, like about the raid, or like that they're actively trying to like hide, like so it'd be like kind of like, oh, I better not say this or something, because it would be like kind of up in their minds.
So you're trying to see if they have something set aside that will kill you, right?
Or just something that
So
will
are
lead
you
to
gonna?
complications.
Are these rules for the end of the briefing? Because they haven't even started telling you about it yet.
Yeah,
So
I'm
you
just-
can
I
just
just rolled them.
monitor them during
I'm just
the
yeah,
briefing to see
basically.
if they left anything out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just rolled them right now, so we have to do those later.
Do you want me to take his dice away from him for the time being?
Yes.
If only this were in person, we could really do that.
Close enough.
You don't know I'm doing
John
anything.
just slapped an emote for Bazak.
Okay, so the woman like looks at all of you. Says, "So have you all agreed that you will be going on this mission?"
Well, I'm here.
Depends on how you impress us with your briefing and your plan.
Well, our plan is very simple. The weakest link that the Sith have is the Rabid Rancor gang, because it has existed before they got here, and it is not as tightly regulated. Therefore, we will be striking at the Rabid Rancors in order to gain more information on what the Sith plans are. So we've located one of the Rabid Rancor's bases, and we will be raiding it at 1 a.m., which is in less than 45 minutes. This is shortly after the change of guard, which we know is their weakest point in terms of sentries. So Liam will be driving the shuttle that's going to take all of you there. Once you are there, your mission is to infiltrate the base, disable any and all security, and make your way to the main computer database terminal, in which you will download all of the information from it. Afterwards, you can delete all of their data, destroy the base, whatever you see fit, and if you see any weaponry or anything that we could use, you should acquire it. The only people going on this mission will be Liam and Ingrid, plus you. We have 2 other assets in the field who will meet you there. What kind of weaponry does everyone have?
My staff end starts to glow. And then stops.
What weapon does everybody have? Ooh, this is what I have. Ooh. Sorry, had to.
What, do you want me to flip the other end around and turn that on? I'm tempted to do it. I just know how badly people react to that.
Dad, just imagine it's giving me a headache.
Well, alright then. If
No,
you'll
not
follow...
all right then. I'm not
Okay.
ready. I've got some questions.
Yes.
Has your intelligence situation improved any, or is it still just we don't know how many there are and we've got 50-year-old blueprints of the building?
We estimate that there are between 30 to 40 Rabid Rancors inside the base.
Kaz just suddenly looks really, really sad remembering the gas that we don't have on the ship.
So the 2 assets are Jedi then.
She looks at you, and she's like trying to keep a straight face. Wait, what? What are you talking about?
Oh, you did the thing.
The Force is my weapon. Why didn't... My question is why you felt it necessary to hide the information from us.
There's a difference between hiding out information and leaving some things out for people you just met.
Well, they're Jedi. We're with the Jedi. We're on a mission.
You're
We're
with
on...
the Jedi. Interesting. Did someone mention that to me earlier?
Is the giant kitty not with us? Is she still wearing Jedi robes?
As far as I know, she's still wearing Jedi
I-
robes.
Yeah,
And lightsabers?
yeah, and I had my lightsabers on briefly in the cantina when I rushed in to find out what on earth was going on.
Well, surely you have a Jedi with you. Does that mean you're with the Jedi?
Anyway, so they're gonna meet us in the field. What's their role in this?
They've been working with our resistance. They're going to help you infiltrate the base.
So, I was thinking, me and the stealth bots go sneak in and get the information while you guys distract stuff. How does that sound?
If you're confident in your skills, you could attempt that plan.
Yeah, the only thing would be if you get stuck behind enemy lines, we can't get to you.
I have 8 armed robots with me, 7 of which have force field. And have you seen what I can do?
That's true. And if we can make it look like we never actually made it to the data, that might mean that they think the data is still secure.
Yes.
Yep.
That's the point I was trying to make yesterday, and nobody would listen.
I don't think I was there for that conversation.
Where we
Well, at that point, we didn't have these droids yet.
did mention them.
Droids don't make any difference. The fact of the matter remains, if you go in there, blow it up, they're going to assume all the data's been compromised and change it. It couldn't be more obvious.
Do you have any other suggestions on ways we could get the data?
Didn't we just
No,
say?
I like Bakaza's suggestion. Sneak in and get it.
Yeah, we sneak in, and the rest of us lead what looks to be a failed offensive on the base, so that they think the data is still secure.
Well, you don't necessarily have to fail. You can make the base inoperable. Just no one should know that anyone made it all the way to the computers.
That's true.
If you do that, you better cover your tracks really well. And even so, that ignores the fact that even if they don't know their data has been compromised, they might just assume that it has and change it anyway.
Well, it's better than having no data.
No, it's not. It's exactly the same as having no data. Wrong data is exactly the same as no data.
Well, but there's only a
where
percent
usefulness is
chance
concerned.
of having them change the data, and if they don't change the data, then it remains useful.
Even then, we should have a small window on which it's useful.
Too late to change it. But still, best that they don't know.
And there could be things that it doesn't matter and they can't change. So,
Very well. One of our 2 field agents, Area, will accompany you into the base, because...
do they have a stealth field generator?
she's quite skilled in stealth and infiltration.
Dell
I'm not
hands
so sure.
his to Picasso. Here, take mine.
Okay, that'll work.
Well, Liam, let's load everyone up onto the freighter. Transport.
You got it, ma'am.
And of course, I give it to whoever it is that is going to be coming with me.
Yeah, they're not there yet. They're meeting you at the base.
Ah. I feel like a kid sitting outside a room trying to look in.
Oddly enough, it kind of sounds that way too.
That's what I sound like over electronic communication. So
Yeah, you sound like you're kind of behind something, kind of like trying to speak through a door. Very thin door, but still a door.
that might be because I'm on headphones, and sometimes the thing points away from me, so it can get a little bit less effective at picking up my voice.
Yeah.
Okay, so you all follow Liam out the way that you guys came into the base. And the little hover speeder that you arrived in is nowhere to be seen, but pulled up against the side of the buildings is like what looks to be like a pretty old craft. It's like looks fairly beat up. It's just like matte gray. It's clearly like just something that's used for like hauling some like cargo and stuff. But it's a completely enclosed ship. It doesn't have like an open air canopy or anything. So there's a space for like a driver and a co-pilot. So Liam and Ingrid get in that, and then they just open up the back, in which like everything's been removed except for just like some benches along the sides, and then open space in the middle. So do you guys get on board the transport?
Yep.
Okay.
And to have all the robots load in stealth.
Okay. And what about Dirk? Do you guys want Dirk to come with you?
As much as I would like Dirk's help with the computer stuff, I would vote no.
Why don't we
Okay,
just ask,
well,
the
Dirk
ask
starts-
Derek if he wants to come?
Dirk starts getting onto the transport.
I'm not gonna stop him. He wants to be a part of the fun work, all that's on him.
Okay, so everyone piles on board the transport and it starts driving through the city. It takes like about 20 minutes of going through the various parts of the city before it eventually pulls up in like an industrial warehouse sector of the city. And as it pulls up and the back opens up, you see like two figures standing against the side of a building. And then everyone stands there.
I get out. And have the bots follow me.
Yeah, I'll see it out.
Okay, so the two people standing there see a bunch of people get out of this transport.
So I'm not in charge. I don't know what's going on.
The gentleman just continues to lean up against the wall with his hands, or his arms folded in his chest.
Del
Do you
walks
want-
up to them.
Do you want to describe what they see, like what he looks like?
That I can, if they so desire.
Del already knows kind of what has already seen you, so feel free to describe him since he's seen you.
Yeah, a young man, late 20s, in mostly white, but his pants and boots and gloves tend to be gray, almost a darkish gray since it's late at night. Yeah, it's real easy to tell. He's got long hair, very long hair. He's even braided in the back, or not braided, but tied in the back, almost like a ponytail. And his robes tend to be white, kind of long, almost flowing, but not necessarily complete flow. He also has a what appears to be white cloth over his front, or over his eyes.
Yeah, Dels walks up. Hello, Jedi. So what's the plan?
Greetings. As far as I know, the plan is infiltration. Get the info that we need and see if we can't get out.
Yeah, we're gonna have Picaz here sneak in with his droids, with Ariel, is it, assisting them. The rest of us are gonna cause a distraction.
Yeah, last time I checked, it was going to be Ariel that was going to, or that is our infiltration specialist. She'll be able to help you out quite well, that she will.
So is this the building?
As soon as Jared says that, the smaller figure pulls her hood back and steps up and nods to you. You can see that she's in more armor, less robes and more armor-like attire. She too has a black cloth across her eyes. Her hair is shorter and tied in the back. She doesn't say anything, but she, even though her eyes are covered, you can get the feeling that she's getting a look over everyone in the group.
I walk up to her and just shove a stealth field generator towards her.
Of course you do.
And when you do that, Jarrett just kind of giggles.
What is this you're handing me?
Stealth field generator.
She cocks her head to the side and looks at the generator and kind of lifts it and looks at it.
If everyone
Yeah.
but one of us are invisible, it's going to be less effective. Sneak in.
You keep it. You might need it. I'll be fine.
I have one.
What if it gets damaged? It's probably best if you're the one that keeps that.
I hand it back to Del.
Trust me, she's really good at infiltration.
Well, there's no use standing around.
Very true. By the way, just so we just so we know each other, name's Jarat Liak Salim.
Telfir.
And he offers his hand to each one of you.
Del
Flying
shake,
Starfire.
Del shake his hand, and you can tell that, yeah, it's kind of metallic.
Kalani, is that you?
Starfire?
I told you I saw her earlier.
Yes, that you did, that you did.
Correct what?
Yeah, so
Sorry.
you realize that you've actually seen these two before, and that
Okay.
they trained on Dantooine while you were there.
Okay, then I guess I wouldn't be introducing myself like that. quite like a stranger.
You were always the one who wanted to go and exploring those caves. Remember, Jarrett? And you'd always you'd always caution us that was dangerous, but we'd go and do it anyway.
Yes, that I do.
That was fun.
He chuckles.
It was nice to meet you again.
It is indeed. And he looks you over. Are both your lightsabers on display, or are they both hidden?
On display.
He looks at you and kind of nods. So you went dual sabers. Quite the interesting choice.
Just kind of nod.
Yeah, Kalani, Eagle, if you want any details or whatnot, something that Eagle or that Kalani might know, just let me just whisper us, and we'll see if we can't get you figured out as quickly as possible. At least on history, backstory, whatnot, what you remember, small details.
Remember the breath?
The who? Say it again.
Briss. The creatures up in the skies in Dantooine. Ahem.
Oh. Yes and no at the same time. I didn't take too much to staring at the bris.
He didn't leave the town very much, is what he means.
Out of character, I'm curious if you ever tried to get up there and ride one.
Yeah, that's what I'm referring to. That's just kind of trying to refer to a specific incident. Maybe Ariel might be the only one of these two that knows that one, actually.
I heard about though. It was quite funny in class that day.
Can we play catch up later, please? I think standing out in the open like this isn't a good idea.
Yeah.
I do apologize. Yes, let's continue on with the mission.
What was this Jedi who's supposed to go with me's name?
The name's Ariel.
I address Bob. I say B0B. Would you introduce yourself?
Greetings, I am B0B.
Your name is Bob?
My name is B0B.
Okay then.
I would like you to acknowledge her as having command authority, the same as everyone else in the party. At least for the duration of this mission.
The same as everyone else in the party.
Yes, everyone else.
Affirmative.
Does everyone else in the party have authority? Out of character?
Out of character, yes, you have. Your commands are as authoritative as mine, unless I override them, or they conflict with my own.
So, if we're gonna be infiltrating this facility, what's with the droids?
I have the rest of them decloak momentarily so that she may see the number of them and what models they are.
Oh, they're stealthed. Oh, okay, that makes more
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, I had them all stealth before I got on the truck, like Bob had to decloak.
Gerard looks to Liam and goes,
We'll see if you guys could see them through the stealth, so just roll perception.
See
I
through the
can.
stealth.
I have to roll for it, the thing.
Oh, that's a good point. Does it completely ignore stealth? Or it just ignores the effect of improved cover, but it doesn't affect total
Yeah, but I
concealment?
have improved foresight.
Right. But does being cloaked count as having total concealment?
Yes, it does. It very specifically says it's total concealment.
Yeah.
Because I think that means you still you don't automatically see them if they're totally concealed.
Right, but I think the talent improved foresight changes that.
Okay, well anyways, let's just continue on.
it's interesting assets you've picked up, Liam, that it is.
Okay, so you guys are all standing like 2 blocks away from where the actual base is. Because obviously you wouldn't just park right outside the base.
Oh, I figured that Gerard will relay that instructions to them, let them know that they've got like 2 blocks to walk and whatnot. If you need it, or if there's any trouble, let us know. And when he says that, he looks specifically towards Ariel.
What? I know the drill.
He smiles and goes, "Good."
Yeah, so you automatically can ignore the effects of cover and concealment.
But in addition, I can do the sense surroundings without rolling at all.
Right, but sense surroundings, the effect of sense surroundings is in order to ignore the effects of cover and concealment when making perception checks.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I feel like you still have to make some sort of roll. They just don't get any bonuses for like if they were trying to hide behind something. Because like
Well, it says to
normally if
increase
someone...
It says to increase the DC by 5. This is targeted against targets with total cover, which I guess is different from total concealment. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, like if it's used against someone with total cover and you succeed, then they don't get a total cover bonus to their anti-perception check. Like you still have to roll a perception check. They just don't get a bonus from having total cover. It's like they're standing right out in the open. So like normally if
Okay.
someone had total concealment and they were stealth, they get like an extra +10 but like they wouldn't get the extra +10. But you still have to roll the perception to see them.
Okay.
Which basically, because there's no cover, like the only way you wouldn't see someone is if they were using stealth. Versus like other people could just like be hiding behind things, but you could see them. But anyways, their stealth roll was like 12, so I'm pretty sure all of you probably saw them.
Good thing I'm having them decloak and recloak.
Yes, very convenient. Okay, so Ariel,
Oh,
you know.
that reminds me. Do you all have comlinks? I want to get those tied in now.
Have Bob give his to her and everyone else. And then I give mine.
Yeah, Del nods and tells them how to hook up.
Okay. Bob says, the smaller droids do not have comlink ability.
Yep, that is unfortunate. I'll have to fix that one day.
Okay, Ariel, so you know where the base is if you want to start heading that way. Or do you guys want to discuss your plans further before actually going into the base?
Do I know if the back door, or are we going through the front?
Well, I wouldn't really call it the front door. But you guys know that you're going into, like, there's only one entrance to this base that you guys are aware of, so you're going through that entrance.
Alright. So let me get this straight. The plan is for the rest of you to go ride a distraction. Then me and what was your name again? She points at Picaz.
Because
Right, because we are going inside to get the information. Is that alright?
yes, while the others distract.
Gotcha.
I have kidnapped a laptop and am now getting Roll20 going.
Well, I'm good on what to do. You ready to go, Jared?
Yes, I am. Shall we go? He looks at the rest of the party.
Alright. Wait till he and I are in a triple position, and then we'll let you know when we want the distraction.
You got it.
Okay, I didn't really make an outside for this base, so you guys are just outside of the actual parts of the map. You guys used the glitch, got outside the map.
Yay! We're hacking the game.
The door's right there.
Alright, we can't. We're modders. We modded the
The
game.
door's right over here.
Difficult level now included with outside.
Okay. So I want to find a position where we can see the doorway and we can hopefully, when the distraction starts, just kind of run in, but far enough away where we can give them a minute to pull the guards away. Does that make sense?
Okay, so there's actually where your vision just cut off. There's a wall there. So the door is like here up against a wall. So you could either like stand up against near the wall or over here in this little alcove right here.
I mean, is there an entrance aside from the main one?
And all the intel they have is that this is the only door into the place.
Okay.
Okay, then we'll have to go first and let everyone else cause a distraction after like 10 minutes or so.
Alright, I'm just gonna roll stealth up against this wall.
I have all the bots engaged. Well, I had them engaged before we approached the place. Their stealth, and I did too. I will make the roll now.
I'm gonna use it as a 1. That's not good.
I thought you had a thing for that.
I can take 10. Can I take 10? Can Pakaz notice I'm not being stealthy and take 10?
So what do I see when I see you trying to stealth?
I guess, like...
Well, don't you have like your force power?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to use
I was
that?
trying to just roll stealth. Yeah, I guess
Okay.
I need to now. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess... As I get up to the corner of the wall, I notice that my metal boots make a clanging sound as I'm over there, and I'm afraid that it's gonna be too noisy. So instead, I attempt something else. I'll use a force point.
And that the cloak is just supposed to replace the stealth roll, right?
Yeah, it should give me... Yeah, so it gives me a 5 on stealth.
Oh, you're considered to have total concealment. And it gives you a bonus to stealth checks.
I used a force, so it'll give me a +5 to stealth checks.
Uh-oh, what happened to my internet? Oh wait, here we go. Okay.
The GM lost internet. No! Oh, wait. Yay!
So we're all on board with the Dirk hostage, Dirk turning over prisoner plan.
No.
No, he's better at computers than me.
Wait, I don't see they use the force point on here.
It's the last sentence. You can spend a force to increase the bonus to your stealth checks by 5.
Okay.
So with the 24, it should be, I think... Hold on.
It's a +2, so it's a +7.
Yes.
So that gives you a +7 to all your stealth checks.
Yes.
And your stealth check was a nat 1, though. But you have total concealment. Total concealment and stealth makes literally 0 sense in this game. Anyways, carry on. Oh yes, I was
I'll
wrong for did
probably
DH5 alpha
reroll
roll.
stealth, start moving again.
Yeah.
I'm just hiding here right now.
Yeah, hold on. DH5 alpha just has to roll his stealth.
Wait, what's his name?
Oh, I mean Bob.
You didn't change it in the character sheet, did you?
The character sheet says DH5 alpha in parentheses Bob.
Yeah, watching the entire army of droids just go whoop, still impressive.
Also, when I put in Little Bob, he didn't actually keep his special symbol, so I don't know which one is Little Bob. But he's
Oh, who
tied to a
cares?
different
He's got the
character sheet
same
than the
stat.
other one, so I need to find out. Because he doesn't have the same health as pool as the other ones do.
Oh.
So give me a second. Ugh. Stupid. Hold on.
Do you have their HP up above their health, above their pictures?
Yeah. But it was like Little Bob was using the default token of the infiltrator droids that was representing the infiltrator droids and not Little Bob, so he didn't actually have the correct token thing. Hold on a second. The question is, if I made that default token with the little symbol, if I put a new Little Bob on, will he have that symbol? Oh, he will. Yeah, okay, good. That works. Okay, because just needs to move over here. Okay, so you guys are now all in position. So what do you do?
Okay, so let's see. Can I even tell where Bob is?
Roll perception. Nope.
Good enough for me. Okay, I tell Bob to go and take a look in the corridor and tell us. Oh, and tell us what's in there. Try and take a peek in.
Okay, he walks up to the door, and then you just hear over the comlink, the door is locked.
Dirt.
Yeah, well, lightsaber would probably be faster.
Director says, "What?"
You get it breaking into lock? Is it an electronic lock?
Don't you think they'll notice if I just walk up to their door and start hacking it?
Are there any cameras around?
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe you guys should roll perception.
Oh well.
That's a
LC's
good
no
dice roll,
cameras.
and here.
Are we all rolling? Confused. issues.
If you want to look for cameras, you can roll. If you don't care about cameras, then don't roll. Kalani, you see a camera above the door, like right here.
I will relay this to the others.
Alright, what time is it? Is it time for the guard switch?
The guard switch is happening in 3 minutes. If Barry wants to say that in Liam's real voice, he can say that.
They should be here in 3 minutes. Ball's in your court.
Does there look like there'd be any other way into this thing? How high is the roof?
From the outside, this looks like a industrial warehouse.
Like, why don't we just have Kalani cut the door open, bust in, and while we're distracting everybody, you sneak in?
Yes. While you're fighting with everybody, we'll just walk past. That's a better idea. So, who wants to cut the door open?
Is that the plan then?
I think so.
We're just letting the cameras see us?
Cut the camera off. While you're at it, do that first, and then open the door with your lightsaber.
Okay.
That would be what I would think would be a good idea.
Okay, we ready to do this then?
Okay, so what are you doing, Kalani?
I apparently am cutting the camera and then the door.
Okay, if you want to cut the camera, you're gonna have. It's like, even for your height, it's like out of your reach.
Oh, if it's that high up, then someone should just shoot it.
Is Kalani no move object?
What?
Does Kalani no move object?
The actual power? No.
Well, we can just have John shoot the camera and Kalani
That's
cut.
loud. But yeah, you're right.
I mean, we're trying to make a distraction anyway.
Shh, everyone be very quiet. We have to distract them.
I know, but the more time in between them realizing they're actually under attack and us getting in there, the better.
I think we should have Elon shoot it.
Forget this.
Dirk says, I can shoot it.
Aeland is not there.
Oh,
Try-
he's here. He's standing directly south of me.
Oops, daisies, how did that happen?
Oh no, you have to have Aeland in. He's the camera.
You thought that was Aeland, that was actually Dirk. So you gesture over there, and Dirk's
I
like,
must-
really, John? You want me to shoot it?
I must have been mistaken. I must have imagined the whole thing.
Dirk says, I can do it, I can shoot it. And then he pulls out his pistol.
Yeah, it's a little late for that.
I'm trying to gaslight you,
Yeah.
you psychopath.
By the way,
I know what I saw.
Kyrath, Elon is the camera for Barry Cam, so it's kind of like, whoa, no.
Oh, now Barry can't
Did
see
you give
anything.
control of the cam to Jarrett?
Yeah, hold on a second.
Yeah,
Or
that'll
to
probably
the
be
character
better.
he's actually controlling?
He's got to give it to the token. He can't give it to
There we go.
the actual player. Okay, let me refresh.
Yeah, but isn't there a
See,
token
my
for that
subconscious knew.
character?
I just put Aelon there so Barry Cam could see.
Mm-hmm.
You just got a stack of excuses ready.
It's called GMing, duh.
While we're
Oh, I'm taking
discussing the GM as well, or the GMing and such,
You mean gerrymandering?
yeah, Gerard ripped the door off the hinges.